Very generous of them. I'm a bit worried about you guys. The attrition here is hell, but shouldn't take too long. There we go. Nicely done. We'll get you guys marching up with everybody else. Cowardly forces trying to fight us here. I think our heavies will have that one done and done right. They didn't bring a flagship, so there's not a chance of me adding one to my collection, unfortunately. Just take this and then move along, and then it's time to invade the northern two, which shouldn't take long, but I only have a couple of years before the British are going to start knocking on my door. We captured 3 ships, 4 ships, 8 ships. Well, thanks to the heavies, but I'm not sure I need them. They're free sailors for me, though, really. You done yet? He really doesn't have anywhere to run, the poor sucker. Detach obsoletes. Show me the obsoletes. Cadets are fuel for the fire. And then this old nasty light ship, also fuel for the fire. How about the transports? I have a lot of them. But I need a certain amount of them to get my troops home. 26 if I recall. So let's not burn them all just yet. Let's keep them all for now. No, we're actually pretty good in the force limit thanks to the buildings that we put together. I wonder where this sucker's gonna go, but probably up here. If I get here, I'll be able to add to Manila's siege. What are you guys doing here, by the way? Oh, that's right, he's gonna go to Cebu. Take care of that one. I'll take care of you. Prize Hunter. Chance to capture enemy ship boosted by another 20% is pretty insane, but I'll take it. And of course the poor sucker wants his peace. Carvels. Say no to Carvels. You are free sailors to me. Now, I want my heavy ships to... what do I want from them? I'll get you up here. And I'll get these 3,000 extra troops to get over to Cebu. And then our army is united and ready to march north. Well, first I want them united. Cornwall for the range. The reason I'm trying to avoid taking southern British provinces is purely aggressive expansion. If I eat protracted coalition war, that's only going to hurt me. Alright, we take these 2 capitals and all is done. This borders all the... I don't want to get cocky, right? 6 and 6 and 12 and 6 and 18. I'll drop off 2 units to siege this up for the benefit of my fleet, otherwise we'll search and destroy. Oh man, he's running north to the one place I can't even see the sucker. Okay, well, we'll kill these guys. Hills, but I don't mind. They never stood a ghost of a chance. With that in mind, once again I shall get my cannons. Just slap all of them over in Manila. What was I coring again? Oh, right, this is all that Spanish or ex-Spanish land. I wonder if I can cheaply culturally enrich it all to Greek instead of Castilian. That would be quite nice. A nice touch, because who wants to have this on their empire? Not me. Oh, cool, they're sending over some Catalans to what's-its. So how's the Castilian culture looking there? It's about to look a bit better. The truce with GB ends in 1613. October 1613, so I have a bit of leeway on that one. Oh, I didn't think of that. The Danish truce is not as long as I had expected. There's a high chance that the British and the Danish will, I would say, double team me again, but I declared war on the Danes before. Age of Reformation almost over. Then I can convert by impact on unity, so Rumden and Venezia. Rumden will be tricky, it has zeal, but Venezia shouldn't be too expensive, right? It's just a couple hundred ducats to make that so. Ah, feels good to actually get some land. We went a long time with a whole lot of not much land, and now we're at the point where, thanks to our superiority at sea, we're able to take lands, not with complete impunity, but incense and Pegu. I know the province of Pegu. There we go. It's funnier when that happens in Europe, but I'll take it. Right, I cannot see these guys up there in Terra Incognita, so I'm just going to have to eat a disease outbreak. Let's at least have a bit of a blockade here to make that go faster. All these heavies being at sea cost a lot of sailors. Look at that. We spend 193 per month, but let's say I only had a Marillon and Heavy Ship 1, you know, the two heavy hitters of the relationship. Alright, another one as well then. I messed up. I wanted Pedantic Mikey on this. Alright, maybe now my thinking makes sense. We use 193 sailors on missions, well now we only use 139, because those guys are in port. But, in ideal timing, we just forced out the enemy fleet into a battle, and I don't want that. Especially not because it's going to involve my, my transports there. Thankfully they managed to switch a Maru, so we should be able to crush their pathetic, they're pathetic. I'll just leave it at that. Very nice. 10 captured ships, and again, I'm really not interested in their out-of-date crummy ships. To me, those are free sailors. 7,300 becomes 7,600 sailors. We're doing pretty good on the sailor economy. At the turn of the year for 1613, we need to remember to raid the hell out of the Danes, and that is a good job for my galleys, because then I don't have to stop my pirates from privateering, and it seems like they don't want to oppose me, so that's going well. And the Ottomans would do very well if they actually did some anti-piracy. Oh, they're trying, but they're not trying hard enough. Oh, I'd love to throw even more onto that. However, I keep this active. Blockade and privateer efficiency through the roof. I like it a lot, even though I would very much enjoy having the global colonial growth plus 20. Oh, okay, the Portuguese claim isn't slowing me down. That's good to know. I wonder if it's speeding them up then. Maybe it's just a display bug, but I remember seeing them get that, so... What do I know? Evidently not that. The walls are breached. If I'd had my cannons there, that would have been game, set, and match. Let's just get the bulk of you off there, just in case we have a disease outbreak. And if they feel like attacking me, we jump in and kill them. Shame about the cannons, but also a Marillon should be up there because their mortars will make this go faster. Goes from 35, this again. Goes from 35 to 35? Yeah, sure. Not happy about all this inflation, but I need this admin for coring. Quite a lot of coring. Oh god, we're too far ahead in the timeline. I can't watch, says Zan X. Not that far, really. Well, maybe. I'm not good at keeping track of these things. Okay, I think it's time for all these guys to go away, but let's speak to the war leader first to get an idea of just how many Asians I'm going to cheese off here. Looks like yes. Maybe I should just do it and say to hell with it. You want to coalition me? Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Because this land is my land. It's also hella expensive, and oh god, that overextension is going to be something else. But I want the land. And the money, of course. I never forget about the money. Take, take, take. And if I eat a coalition, I just beat them on the seas and enjoy my show superiority. That could hurt, though. That could really hurt. Well, whatever. We'll just eat pain. Who's really gonna fight me? That's the question. We left some rebels up there, so let's not forget about that. Don't know which ones are the actual rebels here, though. But oh yeah, a lot of these guys are just the guys in these islands, and that doesn't matter because they're going to disappear. Disappear. The ones to the south might not fully disappear, actually. Are we on the overextension at this point? 56. Of course, gotta core them all. 56. I don't want to go over that, truthfully. That becomes a surprising problem. I could leave them with this crap at the bottom. I mean, it's not crap, it's amazing land, but... No, let's think more advanced here. What if I left them with the center? Yeah, 46 and 56 still make it too much. Oh well, I went through the defense of this province to get the... what was it? Yeah, the regimental camp, so I'll leave them to their devices there. But yeah, if I take these, then I'm still able to cut them off from attacking me just by having a fleet in these two positions. So I think we're alright in doing this to these suckers. Could release some stuff, but there's very little point in that. Take their dosh while I'm at it for a lengthy truce. And yeah, this is quite nice, especially because of the added range on raiding, which is actually a pretty good reason to take this province above all others. Not to mention the fact that it has a shipyard and a dock, and oh my, it's just very good, isn't it? If I had this, then I'd have the range to go raiding all around here pretty much immediately. And that's making me worried. Mein Kampf chair chimes in to say, I love you, Yake. Whilst I can't appreciate the Yake Park, I really like the old Mein Kampf chair. That gave me a good laugh back in the early days of the internet. Oh, I didn't even realise there was this connection between Cebu and the other one. I'll admit, you got me in a tight spot. I want pretty much all of this land, but it's not trivial on the overextension to simply take it. And I don't want this detachment either. No forts to worry about, so why don't I just do this? Because I want Cebu, that's why. Hey, I can take Cebu as well, right? It's only 50. Oh, right, no, I can't. But I still want Cebu. Let's just do that. All or nothing. No, I'm not eating overextension for days. No way, no how. Alright, let's take this. Let's not look twice at the effects of coalition there. Now, since I shouldn't have to worry about my heavy fleet over here anytime soon, let's get those guys and my armies. What if I have to put down revolts here? And I will probably have to put down revolts here. Right, well, for one, we had everything to the Filipino trade, company chartery stuff, so I get much better naval force limit, or so I hope. Time to get everyone to Britain. Pretty much, I have a year and a half to make that happen. I need my boats and my people on Britain, which means if I have a revolt here, I'm just going to have to eat it, unfortunately. And that unrest is through the roof, thanks to overextension and various other things. I might even just harsh treat them so I don't have to worry about it. I would like the fleet kept here, though, because I have a lot of raiding to do, as unhappy as that is bound to make people. How do we do this, though? How do we even start with this? Let's see what we can do with this, then. Downside will be if there's any anti-piracy measures. If there is, there's no doubt I can reason... Oh, yeah, bollocks. They are keen on anti-piracy. Not so much in the Moluccas, but... basically, I need to start privateering in Malacca as well. And I just generally need a lot more lights over here than I'm currently affording. Well, I mean, if the message is clear, the reaction has to be just as clear. It is time to build up a whole bunch of light ships and send them over to Asia, both for privateering and for raiding. What's the point in having a force limit if you don't put it to use? Will this be enough? 30 odd? 36? It's not like I'm hurting for the money right now, but let's just get those up and on the go, and let's also look at where we can build more shipyards. Not a lot doing a whole lot for me, but we'll put them in the British ones, because those should be good for us soon enough. Loving our ruler, by the way. Because we spend so much time at war, our autonomy is terrible, but his lawgiver personality is helping out reasonably with that. Still not as much as peace, but this'll do. Right, can't ignore though. Gotta get my people to Britain. You guys just hang around for a bit whilst I figure out what to do with you. Okay, Tondo's the place to be for you. And it's still, what do we have happening here? Spanish Portuguese separatists. I cannot agree with this. I have my cores on you, but that's not stopping the unrest. No way, no how. Also, I don't have the full cores on you either. How many are we looking at? 32,000 of them. That's more than I can reasonably handle with my paltry army here. But I did just inherit some nice transports. So let's get these transports with these folks over here and build up something. No, I'll just hope that they spawn in different spawns. Oh, hello. Hello, British. Oh god, I had manpower once. And this porty problem's gonna hurt a bit as well. Alright, well, let's... Wait, what? Oh yeah, these guys. Well, goodbye the rest of the manpower. How could I forget that they exist? At this point, Jake, you might as well accept Spanish. I'm not going to drop other accepted cultures. We don't like Denmark, but we're not likely to take much land off them anytime soon. But we do privateer against them, so that'll help with power projection. So I'll take that. Oh man, that is seriously goodbye manpower. We knew you well. I could punch the old professionalism for it, but I actually quite like having a bit of professionalism. So instead I'll rely on some mercenaries down the line. I mean, there's an option for building mercs while I'm here before I trot off back home. Bring you up to a reasonable number. I mean, I have to learn to fight one way or the other. And we're going to be fighting against the British anyway. I don't like my lack of cannons here, but the need is dire. We can tank up with a further 8. A bit more. 12 more. 12 will take these guys up to 40, right? 10, 21, 28, yeah, 40. Close enough. Exploit mill dev in some garbage province. Yeah, exploiting it in garbage gives you garbage, that's the thing. And the Spanish have already risen up, but they did rise up in separate... crumbs, my fleet. Aren't they gonna kill my fleet production? I think that's how it goes. I won't claim to remember accurately. Alright, my fleet dreams are dead already. I'll keep them on the extreme ones just in case. But at least now I don't have to worry about Spanish rising up there. I just need to kill them and then keep moving. Right, I'm also going to take a very quick water break, so I'll be back in just a minute, if that. Alright, happy days, and back to it. Let's get those armies together, crush the Spaniards, and get ourselves to Britain in time for war. And that war is a mere year away. It's also raid o'clock there soon. I'm genuinely concerned about having a revolt over here. I mean, it's very likely to revolt. But on the plus side, it's a lot of different cultures, which lowers the overall chance of revolting times for me. Once you get this cord, you'll surely have the range on Malacca. Surely. Not to mention, this will be done eventually, even if the Portuguese claim that it's theirs. Yeah, worst case scenario, bring up the mercs. Now, get over here. Seriously, I need this land back. How long is it going to take you to do that? Those heavy, I mean, your heavies and transports, you're not going to be lightning fast. But you'll be there this year, which puts you in good stead for getting over to Britain in time for that war. When it comes to force limit, we're not quite over it, so I wouldn't mind having some additional... Oh yeah, I wanted to build some cannons, but no, let's face it, not going to happen. A lot of free diplomats, though. Let's get spying on Britain for the, you know, war. Also, the Danes for the, you know, war. And towards the end of this year, I want the Danish being taken as slaves. Oh, but how about the right now? How about the right now? So raise your hand in chat if you like the Dutch. I say a lot of nasty things about the Dutch, but I do rather like them. As my slaves. Come to my fleet. That's good money. That is damn good money. And perhaps even more useful at this stage. Those slaves. Sorry, I meant sailors. How could I make such a slip of the tongue? Alright, wonderful. It's actually well worth my time to have you guys pre-positioned for a very swift takeover of the Danish. Right, that's the death of our amazing 666. We'll tell everyone he's still alive for a while, but then we'll just go with another admin-focused one, because that's certainly what I need right now. And I don't want tax. I want national revolt risk or conversion choice, conversion strength. Both are fine by me. Come on, lads. Hey, Willie Shakespeare, I didn't notice that. See it now, of course. Hey, we're in the money. Conversion strength, and since the age ends in 7 months, I should be fairly comfortable in converting Venetia. And Venetia should still be an area of mine, right? I'm not sure I want to triple those costs just to make it go a bit faster. Probably not worth it. Ah, you'll be fine. Barely even make money in Venice. Well, best of luck to you. And goodbye, Diplo. I need admin for all these cores I'm trying to make. A core's a core, of course, of course. Still unsure what my best way to deal with the British here is. I'm thinking that I keep my army on Ireland. I have these forts active, but I have Ulster mothballed. Hopefully I draw them like a moth to flame on Ulster, crush them, and then move in for the kill, question mark? The British are still so much better than me at fighting on land. So I am a bit concerned, but It's not like they have good allies, at least. Italy destroying Spain. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I mean, what can you say? They have a bunch of land to unite. Also, I'm really loving maritime ideas. Look at the no damage I've taken crossing, because I repair in sea zones. Rather, repair near coasts. Come on, get there before they seize it. I don't even mind the -2 landing in woods. Just don't let them... Actually, I kind of mind that. Welcome our new potentially alright... oh, land leader shock. We struggle on land leaders. MTSC2's alright, but we generally struggle. Right, you four, I need you to take back these provinces. Actually, is that even the way to look at it? I need to get back to Britain ASAP. So... I don't have a two spared anymore, do I? No, let's make sure this is all wrapped up while we can. We're going to need to reinforce anyway. Makes very little odds to me if we reinforce here or over in Ireland. MTSC2, go and take care of that. Fleet, move into position in Garamal. Ooh. I don't like any of this. The poor state of the Naxosian economy, I mean, they're not wrong. They are not wrong at all. But it's so expensive. Right, I have something that resembles an idea here. And it's crafty in its own right. I'm going to reduce inflation, and I'm going to reduce inflation. Then I'm going to... Actually, really, is the autonomy that big? It's in Scotland, Argyll. Scotland and Argyll. It's in West March, Argyll, and whatever packs some heat is. A joke nation is where. Huh, it actually did apply twice. Cool. Still, I'm gonna state this. Maybe not these. I mean, they're so bad. I know I'm not struggling on states at all, but they are so bad. There's not even any buildings in them. But okay, I'll at least do the 2, right? The one area states are a bit nasty for me. Game's hitting me with a lot of bad events here. It's unpleasant. Yeah, fine. Let them come to me. It's no skin off my nose either way. Nice. I mean, slaughtering Spanish, it's pretty much a hobby, but we got that taken care of. Ah, friendship with the natives. It's worth the Thanksgiving.